Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
And we serve as the voice to the Toba Black community.
Here we got Dr. Candace Matthews.
A lot of these documents, looking at.
We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media.
This country is supposed to be about the land of the free for all. It has not been free for Black people, and we are tired.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
Hello, African Diaspora News family. My name is Reneilwe Morema, and I am your host right here on the African Diaspora News channel. I'm reporting live from Johannesburg, South Africa. Chris Brown headed to South Africa for a pair of concerts in December, but a women's rights advocacy group has launched a petition seeking to ban him from taking the stage due to his history of alleged abuse. Women for Change started a petition on October 2nd on change.org that boosted more than 28,000 signatures as of press time, hoping to stop Brown, who pleaded guilty in 2009 to assaulting then-girlfriend Rihanna and was sentenced to probation and community labor from performing in South Africa. So in South Africa, which the BBC reports has a long history of abuse and one of the highest rates of femicide and gender-based violence in the world. According to the petition, the group wants the promoters, the South African government and organizers to reconsider allowing the artist to perform at Johannesburg's FNB Stadium in mid-December. It will be on the 14th and the 15th of December. His concert is scheduled just days after the global commemoration of the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, making this event a direct insult to the millions of women and girls affected by violence in South Africa and worldwide, reads the petition on womenforchange.org. Listen, I totally agree with the petition. There is no way that as a country that has the highest gender-based violence incidents and femicide in the world can allow someone who seems not to be remorseful about his violent past in the country. But in the same breath, Chris Brown has done his time. He was young. There's no excuse. He was young. He was at the age where all attention was on him, and maybe the stress was getting to him, and being in a high-profile relationship like that can get to some people. He was young, he did his time, he was remorseful, and Rihanna took him back twice, and Rihanna also said that he will always love Chris Brown. I know it is no excuse for the violent altercations he has done to Rihanna. And besides, there are more women that came forward claiming that Chris Brown has assaulted them, stalked them, and so much more crazy things that he has done. Chris Brown did his time. I am not excusing his behavior. He was remorseful, he was sorry, he was forgiven by the victims. And you know what? I think with this platform, the Women for Change, they have damaged some people's reputation based on false allegations. I remember with Katlego Maboe, a very well-seasoned presenter in South Africa, was stripped of his career and gigs based on the false accusation made by his wife or then ex-wife. So Maboe lost his source of income, lost his career based on this false allegation. One thing we are not going to do when it comes to, gender-based violence is select our accountability, be selective about who gets to be held accountable for their actions and who doesn't. There are many men in the South African entertainment industry that have been exposed to beating their women, abusing their women, like people like Black Coffee, Buster 929 for sleeping with 15-year-olds, but they're still allowed to roam in the clubs and perform and do concerts, and no one is saying anything about them. But because it's Chris Brown, because I think maybe he has a bigger status and a bigger influence and impact, they decided to ride on Chris Brown's wave. So maybe to gain donors, maybe to gain fame and attraction for their organization to get more donations, who knows? But the fact that it's Chris Brown and they're vouching so hard when they're actually real victims that have died at the hands of men that have not been humiliated or exposed in the manner Chris Brown is, it's alarming. It's scary. That is just my opinion. I think they're riding on this wave because of his massive impact, and we're not gonna cancel a culture based on people wanting to be famous off someone's back. We are not going to do that. He has done his time. The victim seems to be okay with him. So who are we to now act like God and judge him? According to this organization, what I'm getting as well is that in order for someone to be truly be accountable or held accountable, they must lose their source of income, be stripped of their careers, be down and out. That will show that indeed they are truly remorseful. So what must happen to Chris Brown? Must he, after the whole assault, must he not move on with his life? Even after Rihanna said so many times, I love him, I'm taking him back. Must he now stop his life because as the world we have a problem with him? The law found him guilty and the law punished him. Who are we at the end of the day? What happened to forgiveness? What happened to being open-hearted and forgiving people? Because if we are going to judge people in this manner, we must ask God to judge us in that manner as well for the little sins that we have done. God must not forgive us for our sins if we are going to be acting this way as people. Just because now Chris Brown is back at work and, you know, doing what he loves and being passionate about what he loves, does it mean now he's not remorseful for his actions? So he must stay at home, be depressed, and grovel in the ground just to show that he's truly remorseful. No, this selective accountability needs to be reevaluated. And now you are threatening women that chose to go attend this concert, calling them questionable, saying they are not a safe space, calling them out. Since when do we have to answer to you on how we spend our hard-earned money? Why are we emotionally blackmailing other women for choosing to go out there and have fun with their lives? They chose to attend this concert. Maybe clearly they have also forgiven him, which is not their place to forgive him, by the way, for his actions. Why now are we being emotionally abusive to these women that chose to go to his concert? Why now are we emotionally blackmailing these women and making them feel some type of way, or making them feel like they're not women enough or less than? I thought this organization is about uplifting women, but if we're gonna be using emotional abuse tactics to get what we want, clearly we should reconsider supporting this platform. And if Chris Brown's concert is cancelled, is it going to stop the millions of men in South Africa abusing their women? Is it going to stop gender-based violence? Is it going to decrease the numbers in any kind of way? So I'm not standing up for anybody, but also we must look at ourselves, we must look in the mirror and do self-introspection. Is your accountability based on the fact that this man must be out, dusted, and nothing to live for to show that he's truly remorseful? He must stop living his life to show that indeed he's truly remorseful. He must stop making money to provide for his 3 kids to show that he's really remorseful, because history has proven that you guys have damaged people's careers. You have damaged people's careers based on false claims. I am so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed. I'm embarrassed to even be speaking about this, but that's how I truly feel. And in a democratic state of South Africa, we are allowed to give our own opinion, you know? So come for me. What do you think about this segment? Comment to us in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and share the broadcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss these groundbreaking conversations right here on the African Diaspora News channel.